Hey guys, so today I want to talk about this whole quarantine or self-isolation or whatever you want to call it with this whole virus going on and mental health because it's been fantastic over the last, I'll probably say couple of years or so. The mental health, I guess, awareness has been really good, and people really want to talk about it, and they're encouraging others to talk about it, and I find that really, really amazing. When I was 13, I was diagnosed with depression, and I was on and off medication for most of my teenage, young adult years, and then about 5 years ago, I finally decided that I needed to be more serious and I needed to actually stay consistent and stay on medication. So I've been on medication for depression for about 5 years. And what I've come to notice is it's not so taboo anymore. And I've never really talked about my depression other than unless it got really, really bad and people could tell something was wrong. Oh, what's wrong? And at that point, there is usually something that triggers it. So people can tell something's wrong. Something happened. So it flared up really bad. So I sorry, I have to let my dog in. So I've been on this self-isolation journey or whatever this is starting my 4th week, and my first 2 weeks were okay. I was like, sweet, it's almost like a little vacation from work, and I have a 1-year-old, so I get to stay home with my baby all day. But now, towards the end of my 3rd week and now the start of my 4th week, and then I got the call that we had 2 more weeks, so that's going to be 6 weeks. I told my husband yesterday, I feel like I'm starting to lose my mind. And I don't even feel like I can help it. I'm on my medication. I try to keep myself busy every day. I mean, I know I look ratchet right now, but it's 8 in the morning and I haven't worn makeup in probably 4 weeks, so... But anyway, I try to do stuff to stay busy. I mean, obviously I have a 1-year-old, so I'm busy all day. But, as far as going on walks almost every single day, or I try to do some sort of workout at the house, or I try to pick up a project around the house that doesn't really require me having to go to the store a lot. That's a whole other story. So I've been trying to do all that stuff, but now... especially towards the end of this 3rd week, now starting the 4th week, I almost don't even have the motivation to do it anymore. I'm starting to feel like this whole self-quarantine, just the virus in general, is just really starting to wear on my mental health. And I guess I just wanted to do a video because, like I said, I've never been one to really talk about my mental health or discuss my mental health. Growing up, it was so taboo, and when I would try to talk about stuff with, friends or family, you always seem to get the same response, at least I did. Oh, it's going to be fine, you're going to be fine, you're just having a bad day, it's fine, or, yeah, and I always kind of felt like an outcast for feeling the way that I felt or having the things go through my mind that was going through my mind, whether I could help it or not. So I just never really talked about anything I was going through or anything I was feeling because I don't know, it just never seemed like a topic people wanted to talk about or were open to talking about back then. So I started journaling to try to get some release out of it, and then I eventually picked up writing poetry, and even then I would try to share some of my poems with people. And I have a specific memory in high school. I shared one of my poems with some friends, and the actual response from one of my friends was, I mean, it's good, but it's kind of creepy. It's creepy, but it's good. And I guess that was the one moment that really stuck with me, that just kind of shut it down for me. I'm not, it felt like I didn't want to bother people with my problems because it felt, guys, sorry, I have wild animals. Stop it. So it felt like I was burdening people and that no one really understood what I was going through or thinking, and so I really did feel low. So I just always pushed it down and just kind of never talked about it, and that's one of my biggest problems now. Even as an adult, you try to make one video, and it's not even your child that's going nuts, it's your animals. Dogs! Hey! Chill! Chill! I don't even know how to edit to get all this stuff done. I'm just kind of doing this shit on a whim because I need to get this shit out of my brain because I was up until 3 o'clock in the morning and I do not stay up that late anymore because I can't shut my brain off. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So I just never really shared anything that I was going through. I felt like an outcast. I felt like, deep down, just no one wanted to hear about it. No one wanted, like I was a rain on everyone's parade. So anyway, it's really awesome that the last couple of years or so that I've noticed that there's just been a lot more attention on mental health and encouraging people to come out and encouraging people to talk about their mental health and their mental stability and what's going on with them and, stop burying it. So I guess this is kind of like, I'm 31, so I guess this is like my first step after 15 plus years of battling depression, of just kind of coming out and talking about it and just putting it out there for other people to see, and maybe other people are going through the same problem, especially during this time right now. I'm not really an extrovert, but I'm not really an introvert either. Like, I kind of walk the line of both. I like human interaction, but I work with the general public all day long, so on a normal basis, because I deal with people all day long and people get on my last nerve, by the time I'm done at work on a normal day, in a normal setting, in a non-virus time, I'm done with people. Like, when I go to the grocery store, don't try to have small talk with me. If you're not one of my people in my group that I converse with, I just don't want to deal with people. Like, I know it sounds bad, but I work in the customer service industry. That, enough said. But at the same time, so then some days I am an introvert. Like, I like to do my own thing. That's what I'm saying. The first 2 weeks of this, I was like, sweet, I'll have to deal with people. I didn't know it was going to be 6 weeks. So back to what I was saying, I told my husband last night, I'm really starting to feel like this shit is messing with me mentally. And I don't even mean for it to, but yesterday it was kind of like the highlight for it. I literally wanted to sleep all day. I have a 1-year-old. My husband still works. I can't sleep all day. I wanted to sleep all day. I had no energy. I had no more motivation to go and even pull weeds or, clean a section of the house or declutter, organize, use this time wisely. I didn't know you could be burnt out from just sitting at home. And I feel burnt out. It takes a lot of self-hype now to just go on a walk. Get your ass out the house. You can still go into the outdoors. So I try to at least go on a walk almost every day if I can, weather permitting. I try to go on a walk and just get out. And sometimes I'll take the baby with me, and sometimes I'll wait till my husband gets home and I can just go do it on my own. And then sometimes he's like, why don't you go to the store? We need some groceries. Why don't you go get out of the house? Fool, that is not getting out of the house. Going to the grocery store right now adds a whole nother layer. I battle with a little bit of anxiety. It's not terrible. Most of the time it just gets triggered by something. But right now, going to the grocery store, nope. I don't know what happened, but when they started putting the carts outside and making the lines and putting the tape out for how close you can stand and counting people in the stores, when that happened a couple weeks ago, a week ago or something, I was like, nope, no, I can't go to the grocery store anymore. I can't do it. It gives me horrible anxiety to go to the grocery store. I just don't. I don't want to do that. That's not going out of the house for me. Going out of the house is to do something that relieves my depression, relieves my anxiety, and gets me out of my own headspace. Going to the grocery store? No. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't feel like I'm alone in this. I know a lot of people are struggling right now. But this is really hard. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be. I was all for some time off work, chilling with my baby. But now we're starting week 4, and I know I got 2 more weeks to go. And I'm struggling. Like, this shit is a struggle. And I know there are people, obviously, in the world who are way worse off than I am, than we are, just in general. And I guess that's another reason why I've never really discussed my problems or what's going on in my head or anything that I feel like I'm going through, because I feel like there's always someone going through something worse. But that's unhealthy too. You can't compare what you're going through with other people are going through, because everyone's storm is different. Everyone's in a different storm, and everyone's level of their storm affects them differently. So, I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there for people. I know people are like, oh, we're alone in this together, but I don't know. It's just really starting to mess with me, and I just wanted to make a video, I guess, to kind of really put myself out there. It's super, super vulnerable to really talk about your depression and talk about your mental state and stuff like that. You're opening yourself up to a lot, and I guess that's why I also never did, like I said, because I tried when I was younger, and I never really got the response, and I just felt like an outcast, like a burden. But now I'm 31 and I don't give a shit what anybody thinks, really, because I know everyone struggles with something. So, I don't know, I just wanted to put that out there and just let people know that even if you are feeling like super, super alone, and you really are alone, this all gonna be over one day. I mean, hopefully. I don't know what the plans are for this whole virus thing, but I don't know. We just need to strengthen numbers, I guess, pull together as much as we can, obviously, and just do the best that we can do, and really talk about your mental state with somebody. For right now, like, yes, I have people I can call right now and talk to, but I guess that's not really my purpose. My purpose is to, like, really get it out and put it out there. Especially for somebody who never really talked about it before. So, I guess that's my whole purpose in this video. If you found it pointless, sorry. If you found it helpful, then I'm glad I could help somebody. And that was kind of the whole point. So, stay safe, everyone. And we'll ride out this storm together as best we can.